Hello folks, Ranger1 here. In this episode of ARK Evolution, I wanted to take a closer look at a brand new mod that I've discovered. It's just been released and it's called Platforms Plus by a gentleman, I'm assuming a gentleman, by the name of Orion Sun. Now I'll put a link to this mod in the description below. You might ask, R1, why would I be interested in a simple platform mod? Well, the truth is, for those of you who, like myself, have become enchanted with the new redwood biome and have constructed a base there, well, let's just say I know your pain. The platforms that Wildcard has provided to us to work with are an odd size. They're a little too small for most people's tastes, and they're very, very, very difficult to work with. They're not a standard size. Walls don't fit properly with the edges of the platform, and they don't really have snap points to work with easily, and, well, no offense, but they're kind of a pain. Don't get me wrong, I think the redwood biome is magnificent, and I think that the tree platforms are a very, very good concept, but the execution left a little to be desired. So Orion Sun has set out to fix that. Photobombed again. Well, that's okay. Let's take a look at what Orion Sun has come up with in his Platforms Plus mod, designed for the redwood biome. Now, there's a likely looking candidate for a tree platform. It's a great location, it'll have a great view when we're done. Too bad we're just doing this for demonstration purposes, but I'm going to file it away for future reference. The first platform we'll put up looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? This is the wood platform. It operates pretty much the same as the basic platform that you find in-game right now, but you'll notice it's a bit bigger. I think about 20% bigger. And it looks pretty good, just like the platforms that are already in-game. But it's not exactly like those platforms, and I'll show you the differences here in just a second. Let's back off a little bit here. Now say you don't like wood and you prefer to work with metal. Alright, let's swap this out. We can move it, line it up, get everything even again, and when you have it just where you want it, go ahead and click the mouse and boom, it replaces the current platform. If you've already built on it, if you line it up right, you don't mess up your construction components on it, and you've got a nice metal platform. Let's head a little bit higher in the tree and I'll show you something special that comes with this mod. This is a different platform. It's metal and glass. Now, it may not look like glass from underneath because it's one-way glass. You can't see up through it. But once you get up top, you get a great view of whatever lies below. I think that's fabulous. I like to build observatories and that sort of thing, and this is perfect for an application like that. Magnificent. I'm very, 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 very pleased with this. Just be aware that if you swap out for this metal and glass platform, maybe it's because it's a different material set, but I did end up losing some stuff I had constructed on one. So it's an outlier and perhaps it'll be fixed soon. And even if he doesn't, let's face it, you should probably make the correct choice in platform material before you start building on it. Now we come to the differences in these platforms that really count. They're a little bit bigger for a reason. They are exactly 4 wall sections wide at the outside edge. That means that your walls will line up perfectly 4 across in each section of the platform. That's immensely handy and simplifies things. And there are snap points all along the outside edge. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, we're at the point where we want to start construction. This is a standard greenhouse glass panel, and it snaps right to the platform. Outstanding. That makes life so much easier. And of course we can build them up just as high as we want here. Let's go about 5 high. And of course we can go all the way along, 4 wide on each section. Now, if you've built with the old platforms, you know that that little task right there could be mind-numbingly tedious. And it just doesn't have to be. Alright, let's look. We've got some ceiling portions here, and this is something you need to be aware of. You see, it will snap to those wall sections normally, but not to the edge of the platform, which is unfortunate, but there's a workaround for that. He has another mod out called Triangles that allows you to build triangular platforms and wall pieces that go along with that, and ceilings, etc. And he had to change the snap point slightly for that. You see, right now it's trying to snap to things other than the edge of the platform. But the pieces of building material that come with the triangular, or with the Triangles mod, they don't have that problem. They have slightly different snap points, and they will snap out from the edge of this platform. I recommend that you get the Triangles mod at the same time to get around this problem. Here, let me grab one of the ceiling sections and show you. Okay, here's a ceiling section from his Triangles mod, and a regular ceiling piece snaps on just perfectly. And there's the plus that you can pick that particular piece up if you want to and reposition it. Now, if you use that as a base, you can snap other additional regular ceiling pieces to that. You don't have to build everything in either stone or wood or metal. You can use whatever mod you like, and they'll snap to these pieces normally because those snap points are also intact. Let me get this on here. Alright. Now, let me conjure up some regular ceiling pieces from vanilla ARK and show you what I mean. And there we go. As long as you've got this as a base, you're good to go. We can build out a total of 3 ceilings away from the edge of the foundation or from the platform itself, which gives you a pretty good extension and quite a bit more usable space. Now, all of this in and of itself would be great, but we're just getting warmed up. So brace yourselves. I'm about to introduce you to the concept of wedgies. Or, wedges, actually. Well, you know what I mean. Well, actually you don't, but I'm about to explain. Okay, so we've got a great start, but we want to add some different levels to this base that we've started. This is a wedge. It snaps to the wall, not to the tree. So build your walls on the outside edge up as high as you want that level to be. Snap your wedge to it. This is the glass wedge again, and there are different ones to choose from. You can use wood or metal. They snap to each other as well, so it's less of a chore. Once you get the first piece in place, you just snap the next one to it and expand this floor on around as far as you want to go. And if you don't want them all on the same level, that is not a problem. Let's move down and put a lower level on this base. Okay, get everything lined up. Click, it snaps into place, and now we have 2 levels, well actually 3, instead of just 1. Now I'm sure with a little ingenuity you can figure out, just as I have, there are a number of uses you can put this to other than just a static base level. I use them as a series of, well, almost like a staircase going up around the side of a tree. Needless to say, this opens up tremendous possibilities in your base design. I'm sure by now you're saying, Ranger 1, that is fabulous! What a wonderful mod, thank you for showing this to us. But wait, there's more. The community for ARK Survival Evolved is tremendously creative, and I'm sure you're already thinking about how to build up the upper portions of your base using these platforms and wedges as a base, but, well, roofs can be a little fiddly, and sometimes you just don't want to mess with it, so let me introduce you to the concept of sloped wedges. And bam, there it is, just like it says on the tin, making a perfect roof. And of course, these are available not only in the wood section, but also in metal and glass. Give me just a moment and I'll show you those as well. Now, when you consider the fact that he's already hard at work on variations on these wedges where the center section is actually open right next to the tree so that you can put stairways down from any of these wedges to lower levels. Well, that simplifies things a great deal too. And I have a feeling it won't take him very long to come out with those variations. He seems to be a very prolific mod creator. He's not only got this mod out, but he has the triangles mod that I mentioned before, which probably has a lot of applications on these platforms. He's also made Pillars Plus, which gives you fully extensible and adjustable pillars that you can put at an angle, which is really nice. Extendable ladders for these tree platforms, fast ladders that just teleport you up and down, you don't have to climb. A lighting controller to turn all your lights on, and torches as well, on and off at dusk and dawn. And he just came out with one as I was recording this video that allows you to build redwoods anywhere you like. There's actually a plot that you put mulch in and grow your own redwood in the location of your choice. That's pretty remarkable. And I don't think it's going to be very long before you see all sorts of variations on these wedges to put on your redwood bases in the redwood biome. Now, just to give you some ideas on what you might do with it, I'll just show you the simple base that I made for myself today. It's nothing special yet, and I don't have a lot in it, but it showcases the fact that you can use a variety of other mods with these platforms. And there it is. This is the view from the rec center that I just built for my animal companions. The lower section, the green, is actually one-way glass. I can see out from there, but you can't see in. Gotta keep some measure of privacy. There's the picnic area. Hi, Sydney. And we'll cross a bridge that I have installed from the Bridges mod. The animals will travel freely across this to other platforms. And there's my balloon, Prometheus, from the Steampunk mod, and this Dino Gates from the Steampunk mod as well. I rather like it. It slides vertically into place, which is kind of cool. Alright, let's open this up and go inside. The stairs from the Steampunk mod, as are the glass windows. I rather like that. They're very, very clear, no tint to them. I haven't tried to add tints, but we'll see how that goes. I haven't painted the inside of this place yet. Everything is a work in progress, so to speak, but the view is magnificent. Now, as you can see, I've had no trouble using any of these mods in my construction techniques. The one-way glass in my bedroom, which I'll show you here in a moment, is from the glass and steel mod. These copper walls are from the Steampunk mod, as is that sliding door we just went through. And here's the one-way glass from the inside. Pretty sweet, and it all worked with no issues at all. Now, the recreational center over there, I had originally built that on one of the regular platforms. I was experimenting with using traditional building techniques on the platforms and seeing how it would work out, and I wanted to purposefully give it a very primitive look. When I swapped out the platform for this bigger one, everything stayed there, but I will probably deconstruct most of it and scale it more to the new base, just to make things look a little bit more appropriate. Now, I don't want to get carried away in this video with showing you everything because, future plans, but once I get the hang of using these new platforms, I got a little carried away. I'll show you what I've done in other areas of this particular part of the redwood biome. I had mentioned earlier that I have used these wedges as kind of a spiral staircase to enable ease of access up and down in these trees and to different platforms and different levels in each tree. And it works rather well. Morning, Wrecker. You're looking good today. We're going to take a quick trip down to a much, much lower area in the redwood forest and take a look at the wildlife observation platform that I've constructed down by the river. Bear with me, it's going to take a few. This place has gotten kind of big. Now, some of you may have noticed that I didn't have a video out this last week. Well, this is kind of the reason for that. And finally, here we are. Again, I've used a number of mods in creating this facility, and I think it has a magnificent view of the wetlands that surround this corner of the biome. I have to say the view from down here is just outstanding, and that T-Rex over there killing that terror bird, yeah, he's one of mine. It's okay, he's just defending some of my other tamed. They're all well within the confines of the territory that I've staked out here. This was actually one of the first buildings that I built, so it's already equipped with steam-powered electricity and lighting, and I really need to do the same in my own humble abode further up in the trees. Speaking of which, it's well past time for me to wrap up this video, so I guess I'll head back home. The Platform Plus mod has allowed me to build a vast complex of tree platforms very quickly, a veritable city in the sky, and it can do the same for you. All you need is the mod and a modest amount of imagination, well, and in my case, a highly refined eye for artistic design, and you can easily come up with an awe-inspiring arboreal home. Enough said. Well, that's it for now. I'll put a link to the mod in the description below. And until I see you again, good hunting. Thanks for watching. I hope you were entertained. If you liked the video, please remember to subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. And I'll see you next time.